My husband was ill for a long time, and I remember the both of us talking about what we were going to do, what I was going to do, how I was going to make it. And that life insurance policy really was such a comfort to know that money was there. I don't know what I would have done without it. Mark was the greatest man that I've ever known. He was my soulmate. He had the strength that you look for in a man, and he was my best friend. To show you the kind of man Mark was, he gave me a big smile. He said, "Well, honey, no matter what happens, I win." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, look at the long shot that maybe I'll get well. I get to be with you. But if I die, I get to go to be with God." And we talked about money. We talked about plans. We talked about all the things that I should probably do in the future. And we were both very glad that in those very slim months we had borrowed against that life insurance policy to keep it alive. You just never know when you're going to need something like that.
It's been a long haul for Anne, and she manages very well. She has a wonderful spirit.
I received this case as an orphan case to service the policy, and that was right around the time of Mark's death. It was a permanent policy with a cash value buildup.
The way she handled Ann Reynolds' account was just in an absolutely first-class way. Ann had some interesting obstacles that Bridie had to overcome.
She was diagnosed with a rare disease that actually left her with some severe nerve damage, and she's unable to control her legs and hold her weight up with her legs now.
I injured my back doing yard work in our little yard. Didn't know I had a bad back, and when I was out there, I ruptured 4 discs. We spent a lot of time, over 5 meetings, before we actually had figured out where to invest the assets and what the appropriate way to do it was. It was a delightful meeting. The thing that impressed me most is the time she took with me. She treated me as though I had millions of dollars to invest, not a few thousand.
Bridie did a great job with Ann. She helped deliver the death benefit. She helped refinance a mortgage. She helped her invest her money.
That was my first death benefit that I had delivered, and it was a particularly difficult one to deliver because of Ann's handicap. Bridie has been fabulous. She's taken me by the hand and walked me through this. Bridie and I, we've gone so much further than client agent. That went out the door a long time ago. We became friends. She'll call me up about something, and I'll say, "Hey, are you free?" And I'll pull together a dinner, and we'll have supper together. I'll find out what's happening in her life. She finds out what's happening in mine. Her disability policy that she took out through her employer's group insurance continues to keep her in her home right now as we speak. And with the help of Mark's death benefit, she was able to purchase that van. My van provides me independence. Ann was extremely excited when she got the van. It gets her to her Bible studies and it gets her to her church, and she's able to have that independence that she wouldn't otherwise have. I would highly recommend life insurance policy. If I hadn't had the life insurance policy, or if I hadn't enrolled in my long-term disability insurance, I wouldn't be in my home. We all think we're invincible, especially when we're young. I was only 33 when my injury happened. You never know when something catastrophic hits, and it changes your whole life. Anytime we go through a lot of adversity, it can make us bitter, or it can make us grow. I thank God it's made me grow.